Hello, folks. Sitting here on my front porch, so the traffic's going to be going by, and hopefully that doesn't bother you. And anyway, I want to talk about how people only look in politics. They look at Democrats and Republicans. We're set up in the United States on a two-party system, even though there's many different parties, and it amazes me how they always say that if someone runs as an independent, that they're taking votes away from the Democrat or the Republican Party, right? Now, see, I think it's just the opposite. I think if you look at data and all the statistics, uh, there's more registered Democrats than Republicans, uh, and there's more Republican Democrats. There's more registered Republicans than independents. But when asked, and you can ask yourself this, but when registered Democrats and Republicans are asked, they identify as independents. They're just not registered as independent. Like when I go to vote, I'm a registered independent and have been for a long time now. I was raised as a Democrat, and back when Ross Perot ran, and I saw how the media was treated him, I knew it was, it was what's the word I'm looking for? Rigged. It's a rigged system. So anyway, that's it for another video, and trust me, there's a lot of videos on that one. But the point of it is working with the system that we have, even though I think it's completely rigged, inside and out. It's like Joe Biden is running now, right? And personally, I think, and today is the 23rd of June, 2020, and I think he's the presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party, but I think he's just there for show at this point. The man, if you watch, and I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican, I'm an independent, remember that. But I just think the man is just losing it. He's just getting old, and he's losing it. So with all that said, let me get this where the camera's halfway decent on me. With that said, I just think that he's only there until the convention. Once the convention gets here, then the Democratic Party is going to have to make one of two decisions. They're going to have to say, okay, he's a name recognition guy, so people will vote for him just because they're Democrats, and they'll vote for a man that been hit on the highway, and just because he's a Democrat, and then I think they're going to look for the VP to actually dictate whether they're going to allow him to. So they're going to vote Biden in if they get him in, and this mail-in thing is just folks. It's like this: if winning at all cost is the trophy, then it's going to make this country worse than what it already is. But if doing it right, this is the thing, I believe in mail-in ballots, but mail-in ballots have to be verified 100%, not just on signatures, but Social Security numbers, and they have to be, the person has to do it. What I'm saying is, so I was in the military, and they came to us and said, look, since you're in the military, you can request an absentee vote and vote for in your state. They won't be counted unless it's close. And so I did it every year or every election term, right? And I knew my vote wouldn't be counted unless the race was close. But this is the thing. Okay, so if they ran my vote through, they could find me pretty easy. They could say, okay, Kevin Templeton is in the military, stationed overseas at this post, at here. He requested it on this date. Here's his signature, and here's this and that. They can say, okay, Kevin Templeton didn't vote anywhere else, and this is the only vote that he voted. And they can verify it, right, to a 100% thing, right, that I requested it, that I voted for it, and all that. So anyway, I think what they're trying to do is just get Joe Biden in, and then whoever they select, not him, but whoever they select as his VP will actually win. So I might not. I'll probably cancel this because I'm getting a phone call. So. Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
Oh, son, just sitting here on my front porch right now.
Gonna be there for a little bit? Or
Yeah.
do?
No, yeah, I'll be here for a little bit.
Okay, I got to pick up the kids at 4, so I'm just. I went to Walmart and fiddled around. Thought, well, hell, I might see Kevin home. Might stop by and see him for a couple of minutes.
Son, swing on by.
All right, man, I'm just passing right here in town here in Hurricane, so I'll hit your way.
All right, man.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Okay, because that's kind of weird. I just learned that I didn't have to actually cut my video off. I can go on. So, with that said, Joe Biden is just basically just a prop to get the Democrat. He's name recognition, just to get the people that's going to vote Democrat, no matter who ran, no matter if they put up a squirrel, they would vote for him. So that's that's the Democrat side. On Trump's side, you're either, I personally think Trump's going to end up being the greatest president ever. I think this country don't deserve him. Not that he's not worthy of the job. I don't think this country is worthy of him. We have allowed our fake news to come out and just bash the man and not even give him a fair shake. It's one thing to be wrong, but it's another thing to be right, and then the other side says that you are wrong when they know you're right. So anyway, and what I've come to find out about that is this: people that's going to vote Democrat's going to vote Democrat, and I did when I was younger, and I regret it. I did it because Byrd, I'm from West Virginia, and Senator Byrd was Ways and Means chairman. He got all the money for West Virginia he could get, and he got a bunch of it. And I voted for him because of that, and I regret that. I really do, because I didn't vote with conscience. I just voted with a purse. I just voted because this guy could get money from my state, and that's who I voted for. And but anyway, that's a whole nother issue. They, the big thing now is Confederate flags and all this and that. Old Byrd was a KKK leader. He was one of the leaders. So they may take West Virginia and make it some other kind of name. They might burn down West Virginia because Senator Byrd. They'll definitely remove all the names from his from the buildings and roads and stuff like that here. I mean, if that's what it's about, the Black Lives Matter thing's on, and if that's what it's about, then they probably will come here and take his name off of everything. So, West Virginia, they split from Virginia during that time. But anyway, it's a whole nother history lesson. To get back why people don't vote for independents candidates is because they feel like if they vote for an independent candidate that they're taking their vote away from a Democrat or a Republican. Now, see, I don't see it that way. And most good politicians wouldn't see it that way, but that's kind of like the game plan to it. Don't vote independent because you're just throwing away your vote. So I don't see it that way. I see that you're voting your conscience. You're voting saying, hey, this person that's running as an independent is who I want in office. No matter, and I'll tell you something about an independent. An independent, and I'm only speaking for myself, but I think I speak for a lot of us as independents, is the reason that we are registered independent is because I don't want to be associated with a Democrat at all. And I don't want to be associated with a Republican at all. They're both corrupt. They've destroyed this country. They put us in bankruptcy. They have divided us. You know what gets me is this race thing. It amazes me that black people think that they're oppressed. I don't get it. I really don't. Nothing's handed to me. People, I've been in the military. I was in the military for a long time. People coming in from all different places in the world, all different communities and everything like that, and they had the same opportunity. They come in as the same rank. They get to do they get evaluated and point system just the same as me. Uh, you know, did I like every white person that I met in the military? No. Did I like every black person? No. Yellow person, red person, blah, blah, blah. No. But it doesn't make me a racist or anybody. If a black person doesn't like a white person, doesn't make them a racist. If they don't like other black people, I mean, certain type. I believe in good and bad. You're either a good person and I like you, and if you're a bad person, I don't like you. So that's just how I roll. But anyway, people think if they vote independent that they're giving away their vote to just throwing it away, and that's not true. And I'd like to change that mindset to where it's like this. A lot of people think that that Democrats are for the black folks, right? You hear that we'll take you out of chains, when in fact that the Democrat Party is the ones that wanted slavery and went after slavery, wanted it, where the Republicans didn't. Throughout the year, especially during my dad's time, it was, said that the Democrats were for the working man. They're for the working man. And it's not true no more. That's not true no more. Now the Republicans, it's all for the rich. It's for the rich. But this is the way I see it. If a business comes into my state, West Virginia, and the governor says, "Hey, let's take this, give them no taxes for 10 years," right? Dude, you imagine as long as the state says this, we're going to give you zero taxes if you pay $25 to $30 an hour. If you pay from $20 to $25, you get 2% taxes. If you pay between $15 and $20, you get 18% taxes put on you. So it encourages them to pay their employees, because that's where the money comes from. That money goes out into the community to buy houses and puts other people to work. That's where it grows, is in that thing. So, so when you do vote for a Democrat or Republican, I wish and I hope you at least look at the independent guy that's standing out there saying, "Look, I'm doing this by myself," because this is another thing. Independents don't have a DNC and RNC to shovel money at them so they can make commercials and do posters and all this and that. They're mainly doing it for themselves. They may get a little bit of money from an organization or something, but as a rule, they're out there fighting for you on their own dime. And this stuff ain't cheap, So just remember that person's really doing it for the real reason, not And they're not like if a Democrat or Republican gets in, they have to do what the Democrat and Republican Party tell them to do, or they don't get monies, and the Democrat and Republican parties run someone against them that will walk the party line. So that's like I like Joe Manchin. Let's just say I used to like Joe Manchin. I've watched him cower down, and I'm going to tell you something. Where I come from, not standing up for what you truly believe in makes you a piss poor West Virginian. That's what it makes you. If you can stand up and for the right thing that you truly believe in, and it's just like this impeachment thing. This is where he lost me. Is during that impeachment thing, I cannot believe that Joe Manchin couldn't figure out that that what was going on, what was really and truly going on. And, dude, you lost a lot of people in West Virginia. I'll tell you that. And I know you're not going to run for senator again, because you're not that stupid. And I know you're not going to run for governor again, because nobody's going to vote you in because of that Senate vote. But you made that choice, man, because you know West Virginians, how we roll here. And I'm just telling you, you're done. You're done. You might as well just go back and take the money that you stole from the taxpayers and live well, because we ain't gonna pay you no more. We're done with you. So just remember that. So, but anyway, see, that's, he's a Democrat, right? West Virginia's turning red, and there's a reason, because of men like Joe Manchin. That's the reason they're turning red. Joe Manchin says, "Well, I'm the most independent voter." He's not. He only votes when his vote don't mean shit. That's the only time that the man votes for the other side, when he's not a deciding factor, right? So he can tell people that all he wants, and he can try to convince himself. But Joe, you're not fooling anyone, buddy. Just remember that you're not fooling anyone. And dude, I used to like you, but when you know what I'm talking about. Go into mine country. Go and talk to those boys and see what they think about you. So anyway, we'll get off of Joe Manchin here a little bit, and we'll just talk about the independent, Republican, and Democrat parties. So when you do go and vote, I hope you don't vote just for Democrat. I hope you don't just vote for Republican. And I hope you really just don't vote for independent. I hope you vote for the person that you truly think is going to do good for your city, for your county, from your state, all the way up, to the president, right? Don't listen to the news, because I'm going to tell you something. If you watch the news, you're going to find out that they're Trump haters. They absolutely hate Trump because he goes against the establishment. That's what amazes me about that. The man is working for free to end the corruption, and people hate him for it. Just amazes me. But my thing of it is, it this year, and I'm 53, and it shocks me how the media, how much influence the media has on people, and they have a lot. They totally convince people and everything. So I'm going to get off here. We'll have some more video later, but I'm ending it now. Thank you for watching.